everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We have decided to go live every morning this week. It is the final week to, and I know that recently, and this may be, you know, the time where you're getting to know me. So I wanted to take the time to just give you more of my story, but give you the parts that really could be helpful to you on your journey to healing and experiencing transformational love, right? So today I'm going to talk about the power of radical self-love because that is one of the main components of my teaching. Radical self-love. Radical meaning it's completely unorthodox, outside of the box, not the norm, extreme. In an era where, self-love is seen as selfish, right? I'm completely going against that and saying that self-love it is necessary, and it's actually the key to attracting the type of love you want to experience with other people. So let me break that down and give you some examples of radical self-love, right? Of course, you can have your self-love regimens, you can do your maintenance, you can do all of those things. But radical self-love is really going to be when you completely let go of caring what other people think about how you love on yourself. And you can love on yourself in a number of ways, mainly creating boundaries and upholding them. That's a great way to radically love yourself, because there will be lots of people to tell you that you ask too much, right? That's unreasonable, that you can't expect that from other people. And it's not true. It's not true at all. If you're new here, you might not be familiar with my story, but I'm going to tell you a piece of it. So I was in an unhealthy marriage, right? Nothing bad to say about my ex. He's a great person. We just were not healthy together at some point, and it was better for us to be apart. Now, when I realized that and realized that that marriage was not the place in which I was going to grow, I started doing work on myself. I started losing weight. I started improving my confidence and self-esteem. I really just focused on myself. I took the focus off of him and off of the relationship and really just started looking at myself. What did I choose? How can I be accountable? How can I choose better? How can I experience love in a better way, right? And as I focused on that, I just really started loving myself to the point that I didn't care. I started taking time for myself. I started only doing things that felt good to me. I started saying no, right? I stopped accepting less than I deserved. And as I did that, right, even though I had no intentions of marrying again, I had no intentions. I had every intention on just focusing on my kids and being an amazing mom and an amazing woman, right? That's enough in itself. But I felt the unction to write out a list of what I wanted from a potential partner. And deeper than that, I wrote out how I wanted to experience love, the things that I wanted to happen within a loving relationship. And I wrote this very detailed list. If you want to see it, you can join my love attraction community. I have it posted there. And my community is free. So you can join there and see the list. But it was very detailed, very specific. And I shared it with a few, trusted friends, people that I knew supported me, loved me, all of that. They took one look at that list and said, you'll never get all that in one person. Like, you're being ridiculous. Like, you're asking for too much. And I had gotten to the point that I loved myself so much that I unequivocally believed what I was saying and what I was requesting, and believed that it would come from one person and I wouldn't need a bunch of people. And I was so sure that I made up my mind that I wouldn't accept anything beneath that. And I mean, they were telling me, they were like, yo, you're crazy. You're not going to get that. It's unrealistic. But I had gotten to the point that I had loved myself so much. I had did the work on myself that I knew I deserved that. I knew I deserved that. And let me tell you, when I finally decided, left my marriage and moved to another state, like started over, had to get a new place, had to just completely rebuild. No money, no savings, credit shot. I was starting over. The only thing I had was a car, my kids, and thankfully at the time, a pretty good job, right? So I had some basic things. But shortly after I made that move, I attracted my now husband, who is perfectly aligned with me, who is amazing, who retired me at 39. Listen, I live a good life. I live a good life. And if I can tell you one thing that was key, it was my radical self-love. Because even when I met him, I was not impressed. And he's impressive. But I was so sold out on what I deserved and what I was and how I could benefit someone's life and all of that I did not waver. I did not waver on what I wanted. I did not waver on what was acceptable in a relationship. I was not afraid to say what my requirements were. I was not afraid to say what my boundaries were, what my non-negotiables were. I was so free because I was so detached from the result. I was so sold out on just loving me. And I teach it. It's so important, right? I start with awareness, right? Of what you're choosing, right? What you are accepting, what you are allowing. So we start with the awareness, move from awareness. I'm having bad reception. Sorry, I'm real teaching, that's why. Devil is a liar. You accepting out and realize you can start to work on your alignment with what you actually desire, right? And then I will teach you how to attract it. Okay? And then once you know that, you just have to accept it as it comes. All the wonderful things that you want to experience, they are yours. They're just waiting on you to decide, right? So, if you're new here, I'm Deanna, the love guide, right? I'm not an expert. I am an experienced woman. I've made all the mistakes that you could possibly make in love, and I've learned from them. And I've documented what I've done to overcome my love limitations, my love losses, and to learn my love lessons. So benefit from that. Don't keep going through the hard path, right? Let me walk you right around the roadblocks so you can skip them, so you can get right to your desired outcome. So yeah, join me in the membership. It goes live October 1st, but the last day to enroll is September 30th. So join me. In addition to me, because it's not just for women, like I focus a lot on women, but what I teach is universal. And I also have my husband as a mentor. So we're the duo, right? So you get the female perspective and the male perspective, okay? And literally, this membership cost, it's not even a cost, it's an investment. The investment is so small compared to the life-changing strategies, information, support that you are going to receive that will benefit you for the rest of your life. You will never be the same. And I can make that guarantee. I can absolutely make that guarantee. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will make sure that I go through and answer them. Okay? Remember that God is love. We are of God. So attracting love is easy, especially when you have me as your guide. All right. I love you all. Have a great day.